Welcome to the Talking Child Podcast, the place where parents of late talkers can find hope and practical strategies. I'm Steph, a speech-language pathologist with over 30 years of experience helping children find their voice. Each week, we'll explore simple, encouraging ways you can support your child's communication at home, starting today. Let's get started. Hey friends, welcome back to the Talking Child Podcast. I'm Steph, and I'm really glad you're here today. I want to start by asking you something, and you don't have to answer out loud, just think about it. Have you ever tried to get your child to copy you, and it just didn't happen? You clap your hands and say, clap! Nothing. You say, ba, 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 really slowly, maybe even a little louder, hoping that'll help. Still nothing. Or maybe your child looks at you, smiles, and then just goes right back to what they were doing. If that sounds familiar, I want you to take a deep breath with me right now, because today's episode is for you. We're talking about imitation, and more specifically, what it means when your child isn't imitating yet. And I want to say this clearly, right up front. This is one of the most common concerns parents bring to me. And it is not a sign that you've missed something or done something wrong. You know, imitation gets talked about a lot in early childhood. Parents hear things like, your child needs to imitate sounds, or they should be copying actions by now. And suddenly, imitation feels like this big test your child is failing. But imitation isn't a switch that flips on. It's a process. And for many kids, especially late talkers or kids with language delays, there are skills that need to grow before imitation shows up on the outside. Let's talk about why imitation matters, but in a real-life way. Imitation is one of the first ways children learn how communication works. Long before words, kids learn by watching people. They notice faces. They notice movement. They start to realize, when someone does something, I can do it too. That's how learning begins. When a child imitates, they're doing a lot more than just copying. They're paying attention. They're coordinating their body or mouth. They're remembering what they just saw, and they're connecting socially. So if imitation isn't happening yet, it doesn't mean your child doesn't want to communicate. It usually means one of those underlying pieces is still developing, and that's okay. Here's something really important that doesn't get said enough. Imitation does not grow under pressure. It doesn't grow when every interaction feels like a quiz. It grows in moments of connection. So if your child shuts down when you ask them to copy you, or walks away, or gets frustrated, that's not defiance, that's communication. Your child is telling you, this feels hard, or this feels like too much. And when we listen to that, we can help them in a way that actually works. I tell parents this all the time. Connection comes before communication, always. Before a child can imitate, they need to feel safe. They need to feel seen. They need to feel like being with you is enjoyable, not stressful. So instead of asking, how do I get my child to copy me? I want you to shift the question to, how do I join my child where they are? That mindset change alone can take so much pressure off both of you. One of my favorite strategies, and one that often surprises parents, is this. Instead of asking your child to imitate you, you imitate them first. I know this can feel strange, but stay with me. If your child bangs a toy, you bang one too. If they push a car back and forth, you push yours the same way. If they make a sound, any sound, you echo it back. You're not correcting, you're not teaching, you're saying, I see you, I'm paying attention. And something really beautiful happens when a child experiences being imitated. They start to notice it. They look up, they pause, sometimes they smile, sometimes they do it again, just to see if you'll follow. That's the beginning of imitation, and it feels like play, not work. Once that connection feels solid, that's when we start introducing imitation in a gentle way. And we don't start with words. We start with big movements: clapping, stomping, jumping, waving, high fives, rolling on the floor, pushing toys. Big actions are easier to see, easier to copy, and honestly, more fun. You do the action, you pause, you wait. And if your child doesn't copy you, that's okay. You copy them again. This back and forth builds confidence, and confidence is what makes kids willing to try. Then we move into gestures. Gestures are such an important bridge, and they absolutely count as communication. Pointing, reaching, giving, shaking their head, signs like more or all done. When parents tell me, "My child isn't talking, but they point," I say, "Good." When they say, "They reach for what they want," I say, "That matters." Gestures give your child a voice before words are ready, and over time, words often grow right on top of them. Only after all of this, connection, action, gestures, do we start playing with sounds. And again, no pressure. Animal sounds, fun noises, silly exclamations. Uh-oh, wow, beep beep, moo. These sounds are easier than real words. They're playful, they're low stakes, and every attempt counts. Even if it doesn't sound clear, even if it's just a piece of the sound, that's learning. Parents ask me all the time, "What if my child just won't imitate?" My answer is almost the same. Go back to connection. Imitate them. Slow down. Play more. Ask less. Progress doesn't move in a straight line, and that's normal. So here's your gentle challenge for this week. Pick one simple action: clapping, banging, waving. Do it in front of your child. Pause, wait, and if they don't join in, imitate whatever they do instead. Turn it into a shared rhythm you can repeat all week long. No pressure, no expectations, just connection. I want to leave you with this. Imitation is not a race, and your child is not behind. They are learning in their own time, and by choosing connection over pressure, you're giving them exactly what they need. You're doing a really good job. Thanks for being here with me today, and I'll see you next time on the Talking Child podcast. Thank you for listening to the Talking Child podcast. If you found today's episode helpful, I'd love for you to share it with a friend. You can also grab a copy of my book, Helping Your Child Find Their Voice, available on Amazon, and find parent coaching or speech therapy services at synergyspeechandlanguage.com. Be sure to follow the podcast so you don't miss future episodes. I'll see you next time.